You shouldn't exist. They didn't disappear. They were waiting.
The human was already on his knees when the execution chamber doors opened. 2 alien guards stood behind him, their forearms locked around his shoulders. He didn't struggle. He didn't beg. He simply stared at the woman sitting on the black throne at the far end of the chamber. The alien queen, Queen Valeria of the Zareth Empire. She had ruled 23 worlds for almost 60 years, and she had ordered the deaths of thousands, but she had never seen a prisoner quite like this one. The human looked ordinary. No armor, no visible weapons, no cybernetic implants, just a torn military uniform covered in dust and blood. Valeria studied him from across the chamber. "So," she said, her voice echoing through the enormous hall, "this is the human captain." The guards forced him lower. "Yes, Your Majesty." The queen leaned forward. "He commanded the vessel that destroyed 6 of our warships?" "Yes." "He killed 300 Zareth soldiers?" "Yes." "And his ship was destroyed?" "Yes." The queen smiled. "Then why is he still alive?" One of the guards answered, "He surrendered." The queen's smile disappeared. "Surrendered?" The human finally spoke. "You asked for me alive." The entire chamber became silent. Valeria stared at him. "You speak our language." The human shrugged. "Your soldiers aren't very good at keeping secrets." A few guards tightened their grip. The queen raised one hand. "Leave him." The guards released him. The human remained on his knees. Valeria stood. She descended the steps of her throne slowly. Her silver ceremonial armor reflected the blue light of the chamber. When she reached the prisoner, she stopped directly in front of him. "You destroyed my ships. They were shooting at me. You killed my soldiers. They were trying to kill me. You invaded my territory. I was trying to get home." The queen stared at him. "You humans always have an excuse." The human looked up. "Usually because somebody starts the fight." One of the guards stepped forward angrily. "Silence!" The queen raised her hand again. "No." She looked at the human. "Let him speak." She walked around him. "What is your name?" "Elias Ward." "Rank?" "Captain." "Home world?" "Earth." The queen stopped. "Earth?" "Yes." "I have heard of it." Elias looked at her. "I'm guessing you've heard bad things." The queen smiled. "Very." She turned toward her throne. "Take him to the execution platform." The guards grabbed Elias again. He didn't resist. As they dragged him toward the center of the chamber, the queen watched silently. Then she noticed something. A small device attached to her belt began flashing. Her personal scanner. It had detected something. Valeria frowned. She touched the device. "Scan the prisoner." A guard looked confused. "Your Majesty?" "Scan him." The scanner emitted a soft tone. A blue beam passed over Elias. Nothing happened. The queen waited. Then the scanner beeped. Once, twice, 3 times. Its display changed. Valeria's expression hardened. Again. The scanner ran a second scan. This time an alert appeared. "Unknown biological signature detected." Valeria stared. "What?" The guard stopped. The scanner continued. "Signature match 0.00003%. Valeria's eyes widened. That number meant nothing to the guards, but it meant everything to her. "Run an archival comparison." The scanner processed the data. 5 seconds. 10. 20. Then the chamber lights flickered. An alert appeared. "Archival database match found." Valeria stopped breathing. The human looked at her. What? The queen didn't answer. She stared at the scanner. The guards exchanged confused looks. Finally, one asked, "Your Majesty?" Valeria whispered, "Where did you get this prisoner?" The guard looked confused. From the wreckage of the human ship. Where? Near the Karen Gate. The queen's eyes remained fixed on the scanner. That is impossible. Elias frowned. What is? The queen looked at him. For the first time since he had entered the chamber, she looked afraid. You. Elias raised an eyebrow. Me? The queen slowly approached him. Where were you born? Earth. When? Elias hesitated. Why? Answer me. 28 years ago. The queen stared at him, then looked at the scanner again. Impossible. Elias sighed. That's the second time you've said that. The queen activated the scanner's deepest analysis mode. A red warning appeared. Deep scan may cause biological damage. She ignored it. The beam passed over Elias again. His body suddenly lit up on the scanner display. Bones, organs, blood vessels, neural pathways. Everything appeared normal until the scanner reached his chest. The machine screamed. Anomalous signal detected. Elias gasped. The guard stepped backward. A strange blue symbol appeared beneath his skin. The queen stared at it. She knew that symbol. Every member of the Zareth royal family did. It belonged to a species that had vanished 1,200 years ago. The queen whispered, "The Firstborn." The guards looked at one another. Elias frowned. Who? The queen looked directly into his eyes. The species that created the Gateway Network. Elias shook his head. I have no idea what you're talking about. The queen stepped closer. You carry their genetic marker. I don't know what that means. It means you shouldn't exist. Elias laughed nervously. Well, that's awkward. The queen didn't laugh. Instead, she looked terrified. Captain Ward. Yes? Who are your parents? Elias stared at her. My parents? Yes. Why? Because I need to know where you came from. He hesitated. My father was a pilot. And your mother? Teacher. Were they born on Earth? Yes. The queen's scanner beeped again. Secondary match detected. The queen froze. Elias looked at the device. What now? The queen's hand began to tremble. The scanner displayed a new message. Genetic lineage. Classified. Then, access level required. Royal bloodline. Valeria's eyes widened. She was the only person in the room with that access. She touched the screen. The scanner unlocked. A file appeared. The queen read it. Her face went completely pale. Elias watched her. What does it say? She didn't answer. Your Majesty? Still nothing. Elias stood. The guards raised their weapons. The queen slowly lifted her hand. Lower your weapons. The guards hesitated. Now. They obeyed. Elias stared at her. What did you see? The queen looked at him, and when she spoke, her voice was barely a whisper. Your species has been lying to you. Elias frowned. What? The queen turned the scanner toward him. A genetic family tree appeared. At the top was a symbol Elias had never seen before. Below it were thousands of names. Then a date. 1,247 years ago. Elias stared. What is this? The queen answered. The first human. Elias shook his head. No. Yes. Humans have been on Earth for much longer than that. I know. Then this doesn't make sense. The queen looked at the data. Because this isn't the history of your species. She looked directly at him. It's the history of what happened to your species. Silence. Elias felt something cold move through his chest. What are you saying? The queen stepped closer.
Your ancestors didn't evolve alone. She pointed at the symbol. They were modified. Elias stared at the display. By who? The queen swallowed. The Firstborn. The chamber went silent. Then the scanner emitted one final warning. Genetic activation detected.
Elias looked down. The blue symbol beneath his skin was glowing brighter. The queen stepped backward. Get away from him. The guards froze. Your Majesty, get away from him. The symbol suddenly spread across Elias's chest. The entire chamber shook. Lights exploded overhead. The scanner began screaming. Then, every communication device in the palace activated simultaneously. A message appeared across every screen in the Zareth Empire. Firstborn signal detected. Then another message. Original protocol reactivated. The queen stared at the screens. What have we done? Elias looked at her. You said the Firstborn disappeared 1,200 years ago. Yes? Then why is something answering? The queen slowly turned toward the massive windows overlooking the planet. Far above the palace, the stars were disappearing. Not one, not 10, hundreds. Something enormous was moving between them. The queen's voice trembled. They didn't disappear. Elias stood beside her. Then where did they go? The queen looked at him. They were waiting. A massive shadow crossed the moon. The entire palace went dark, and somewhere beyond the planet, something ancient opened its eyes.